The Adventures of Robin Hood, Chapter 7. Little John at the Fair. Every 5 years, a large fair was held in Nottingham during the fall. The main event was always the archery contest. People came from far and wide to enjoy the events at the fair. This year, the sheriff hesitated to announce the fair. He didn't want Robin Hood and his men to make a fool of him again. "But if I don't hold the fair, people will laugh at me. They'll say I'm afraid of Robin Hood," he said. At last he had an idea. "What if I offer a prize that Robin Hood doesn't want? Then he won't come." The sheriff announced the fair. This year the archery prize was 2 cows. When he heard the news, Robin was annoyed. "Usually the prize is gold," he complained. To Little John. "I don't need cows. We have enough deer to eat here in the forest. It's not worth going to the fair." But Little John had heard some gossip at the Blue Boar Inn. "People are saying that the sheriff offered that prize, so you won't go to the fair." But I still want to win the archery contest." Robin hesitated. Little John was his right-hand man, and he didn't want anything to happen to Little John. "You must wear a disguise so the sheriff won't recognize you, and be careful." Little John nodded. I'll wear red instead of green. I'll put up my hood to hide my face, and I'll call myself Reynold Greenleaf." Dressed in red, Little John took his bow and arrows to the Nottingham Fair. The fairgrounds looked festive, with both selling food and drinks. Flower garlands hung from colorful tents, and people danced and sang. Women and men turned to look at Little John as he strode through the fairgrounds. He was taller than all the other men there, with strong and broad shoulders. A big crowd gathered around a ring where men fought with staffs. The champion was Eric of Lincoln. Eric walked up and down, swinging his staff. "Is there a man from Nottingham brave enough to challenge me?" Men tried to coax other men to step in the ring, but everyone was afraid of Eric. Then Eric spotted Little John in the crowd. "Hey, you big fellow in red," he called. "You look very strong. Surely you will fight me." Little John couldn't resist. He borrowed a staff and entered the ring. Eric grinned and gazed at the crowd. "Watch, good people," he boasted. "I'll defeat this fighter quickly." Eric attacked once, twice, 3 times. He struck at Little John, but he could not hit the man in red. The first fight ended, and the men stepped back. "This isn't going to be easy," said Eric to himself. The men circled each other again. Suddenly, Eric attacked, but Little John met every blow with his own staff. Then Little John saw his chance. With a swinging blow, he knocked Eric to the ground. The crowd roared. People from other parts of the fair came running to see what was going on. Everyone applauded as Little John stepped out the ring and returned his borrowed staff. Next, it was time for the archery contest. The sheriff sat on a raised platform. He watched the archers as they arrived, looking for Robin Hood. "That thief didn't dare to come," he said triumphantly. 20 archers entered the contest, and each took 3 shots. Of course, Little John was the best archer of all. The sheriff stepped down to award the prize. He stared closely at Little John. "I think I've seen you somewhere before." "That's probably true," said Little John. I've often been in the crowd when you passed by." He boldly looked at the sheriff in the eye. "I hear that you defeated Eric of Lincoln," said the sheriff. "You've made all of Nottingham proud. What's your name?" "Ronald Greenleaf." "Well, Ronald Greenleaf, how would you like to join my household? As my servant, you'll be clothed and well fed. I'll also give you a cash bonus every year. What do you say?" Little John chuckled to himself. It would be a great joke to live with the sheriff. "I'll gladly join you," said Little John, "and I'll donate my prize to the people here." People cheered once more for Little John. Musicians began playing bagpipes and harps. As Little John followed the sheriff home, two cows roasted on the town green. Little John had to hide his smile. The sheriff had no idea that his new servant was Robin Hood's right-hand man.